Hey, my name is Vuk, and this is my final project of the webtec course. The project was to create a website for a museum and to implementing all the technologies that we learned. So the first three tasks were to create home page, about page, and to connect to database and show its contents, in this case articles and object. So the next task were to create a search bar and make navigation throughout the content like this. And then I create a gallery, and the last task were to create a login for admin in order to be able to edit data. So I started by making a map structure here, like we did throughout the course moments, making config file, and in the public I put all the processing files, and displaying files is here in a view map, and I made reusable functions and I put it here, like connecting to a database and fetching its data. This one is also reusable, so it's displaying the content of article and objects just by title to be clickable, with a short description, then passing its ID in order to get the data from a database. Then I made a search bar by search form, then passing it through the get method and getting its query here, then showing it results in a search table. So it was more simple than doing the navigation. It was a bit tricky. I made it by looping through the data and comparing the current ID with ID from the data in order to find the previous and next buttons. So the next task were to make gallery. I spent the most time I spent there because it was tricky. I couldn't figure out how to slice it by 4, like to displaying just 4 images on the page and then having the pagination. I found it on the internet, but I couldn't make it here by making limit statement for SQL base. So I made it another way, getting all the images and putting in an array and then slicing it by 4. Then its offset is like making determining where it is in the array, where it starts by 4. So it was the most tricky part of this project. It took me the most of the time. So yeah, the final task we did it in course moment 6, so it was easy by making a login form and passing the username and password and processing it here, protecting password by password verify, then saving user in a session, and in order to be able to edit actually data. The edit data phase I did displaying all the data in a form of editable formula, and then in the processing file, update content, when you click it, it goes to update content and getting all the data, and actually update the table. And here we have a yes, like I put flash messages for to inform user if it's successful. Yeah, so I hope that I covered all important parts. Yep, I'm proud of this project, and especially by simplicity that I did, and this, I did as well the sidebar as well, and yeah, of course there are a lot of room for improvement, like in code, of course, for simplicity and readability, and in design maybe to improve this article and objects, how it looks to be more interesting for readers. Yeah, that's the design case. And yes, thank you for listening.